Nope. Nope.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's going to make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Caden Whitlow, cut it.
Keeping it 100.
He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Break it down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're moused up like the true and now and laters. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names in 2 fucking games.
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the up there. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it
man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is good, TTNL family? It is Wednesday night. Y'all are in the place to be. We got a fun show for y'all tonight. The Bears got the W. We actually look like a functioning offense. I love all. Thanks, Shane. Sure, the guys are going to get into that. We got Jim Larrison joining us tonight to announce the winner.
Yes.
Of our contest to see who can join, who's going to join us in Chicago and hang out. So without further ado,
What?
you know what? Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and close the show out.
What the hell of an ender. Hell of an ender. What's going on, Cherie?
Oh, nothing much.
Look, you're showing some shoulder. This is TTNL. Cherie's been lifting weights.
Yeah, I know, right? Trying to get in shape for football, just in case they need me to come out there.
We need it. We need a center. Can you snap?
I can bend over.
Oh, Cherie, what is up?
Oh, nothing much. I'm happy we won. Happy we won.
How tall is Mo, do you think?
He's short.
Is he?
Yeah, people. That's
Why
Ohio.
he drives short guys drive big trucks.
Yeah, and he's an Ohio fan. So
Is that a guess, Cherie, or are you are you for real?
Oh, uh-oh. Poor Mo. Thank you, Mo. $1.99.
Yeah, thanks, Mo. Whatever. Go blue.
She's always glowing, not just today, Mo.
When he said I was glowing.
He did.
No,
Mo said
oh,
he's glowing. See?
and I'm being mean.
Yeah, see?
Thank you, Mo.
You call him short, and he says that you're glowing.
I'm not glowing, though. Not in the way that people mean that. So, go ahead and
You
accept
never
it.
know.
No.
Mo says he's 5'11", so that means what, 5'8" tops?
Yeah.
It's usually the way that works.
What have you been?
I've been busy like always. I need a little break, but we got a bye week coming up in a couple of weeks, so that I will see how that goes. But yeah, we got some fun things planned. Ivan and I were talking about something that we haven't announced yet, but it should be fun for some of our listeners here in a couple of weeks. Got that coming up. Obviously the tape being rendered as we speak, I'm sure. So yeah, always lots and lots going around TTNL for sure.
Being busy.
Oh yeah,
And of course, y'all, just so y'all know, they be planning stuff, and I'm not in the loop. So
yeah, we can't tell Cherie anything. She runs right over to CHGO and all the other outlets and lets them know our.
Oh my God, Greg, droning on and on. Shut the fuck up, dude.
He has a direct line to Gregory Braggs.
oh god,
To let him know the plans. So there he is.
Halloween's coming up. That's perfect timing for that.
So what's on the menu tonight, Cherie?
I actually haven't cooked anything. It's a solo dinner night,
So it's gonna be a DoorDash, and we're gonna hear a knock at the door, followed up by a guys I gotta go.
no, there's none of that tonight. Y'all got me for the night.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Now you're
I may
talking.
stop and get something to eat, like go get something to eat out the kitchen, because I haven't eaten dinner, but I don't know what that is yet.
Are you always a late dinner person?
I literally get off work. Like I just got off the computer at 7. So then that's like me trying to wind down a little bit, then taking my shower and getting ready for the show. So by the time I'm getting ready, I haven't had dinner. So yeah, I always end up eating dinner late.
Right. Well, you could eat your dinner on air like Phil does.
No, I can't do that. That's why I go off. I'm not, y'all don't want to see me. They really here to see you and Phil.
Come on, nobody wants to see me, that's for sure. Phil's the superstar here. Right? I mean, that's how it goes.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
What?
Did you just mute yourself?
No, I did. I don't think I did. I don't know.
Oh.
You know, all these new features in the back.
Yeah, I know. Everything's a little bit different, but there is definitely a lot of stuff here that I was checking out. We have dark mode now, so that's fun. But yeah, we'll get used to it. Where's our guy in the back? Is he?
Bring Ivan out.
What up?
There he is, Ivan DeBearable. What's up, Ivan?
Chilling.
I just want to point to thank you, X-Man.
Yeah, see?
She did. Yeah, actually, yes. 100%.
My bold prediction came true.
That's right.
What's that saying about sunshine on a dog's ass, Ivan? Oh, Cherie, we love you. Look at Cherie getting all the compliments tonight.
Aw, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. From everybody except Mo.
Yeah. Poor Corn.
Corn, just staring at a wall right now.
He shows up for the guys that aren't here, don't show up.
We miss Jacko and Claudio. Don't let them.
We
fool.
do.
Yeah.
We do.
100%.
We have some plans for them. You know, we just gotta get a hold of their representation and see if they can come play for a little while.
Wait, is this Claudio aware the football season has started?
I don't know. I think Claude's staring out the window and thinking about his daughter over in Italy attending college. That's what I'd be doing. That's got to be. I do feel for him there. She's not just down the road on that one, so that's got to be a tough one to get used to.
I thought you were going somewhere dark.
Oh no, I love Claude.
Sheree knows
much.
what I'm talking about, though. Like
Yeah.
that whole thing was getting said. I was like, "Where are you going with this one?"
You never know.
Well, we can go dark here. What's up, Deborah? Ms. Franklin's here. Sheree's mama.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi, Mom.
So does mom know about your Wednesday night food deliveries?
Mom knows a lot more than you guys know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just so slick and skinny in a hole.
yeah. Well, now's your moment, Sheree. You're live. You got a microphone. You can. It's just us two and your mom.
Okay. And
Let her rip. Let her rip.
What am I announcing?
I got it up.
No, not that close.
God, Shay, you have horrible comedic time.
Yes. Oh man, it's crazy. I was just thinking today. I'm like, damn, the Panthers game, and then the Bears are already going to be off to London already. So that's not thunder you may hear in the background. That's a 3-year-old going crazy right up above my head. If you guys are wondering what that noise is, must be my roommate doesn't realize that I've been live on air at 8:30 for the past 12 straight years, but you know. But anyways, so
I love Shane.
Yes, everybody does. Almost everybody does, Evan. Almost everybody. But yeah, no, I didn't have very much confidence. I mean, we can get to football now. I think we've had a little bit of fun. But Ivan heard football and he bounces. But
I was gonna say, where did Ivan go? I'm not the one that should be up here.
it's like he's changing his contact.
Yeah, my contact did something goofy.
Poor Ivan. But Sheree, where were you at? Were you under control during the game? Were you getting pissed off and just like, here we go again?
Honestly, maybe kind of in the first half, I was a little like, here we go with this. Like, we called it, we knew. But you can see like remnants of them trying to get something going on the offense, trying to get the running game going. So I was really excited once we really got it going. And yeah, for me, it was a fun, exciting
Hey, look at that
game.
the wrong one.
I was gonna say, where did everybody go?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, it was definitely a fun, exciting game to watch. I didn't drink as much,
Yeah.
I wasn't drunk by the second half, so that's that.
This is probably going to surprise most people. I am not, when the Bears are playing, I'm a zero drink guy. When the Bears are on, it's probably because I have to go live, but yeah, I am not a drink guy when the Bears are on. I don't know if it's because I'm too invested. Yeah.
I got a lot of liquor at my house, and the only time I really drink it is during football season.
Yeah, it's a party. It's a party, right? Liquor up front, poker in the rear.
Wow.
Hey. At this point, we shouldn't be shocked, Sheree. At this point, we should just be like, yep.
How unexpectedly sometimes.
You gotta when it's right there in the front of your head, you gotta let her go. See, that probably just cost us 37 cents from YouTube. I don't like my jokes. But Ivan, where were you at? You and I texted a little bit during the game, but it's I mean, I think that there's still a lot of work to do, but at the end of the day, I talked about this with Greg and rank the other night when I went on live with them with Phil. As many question marks and as disappointed as I am, my belief in number 18 and his progress, it's not, he's not putting up Patrick Mahomes, type numbers, obviously, but there's a progression there, and I think he has improved every single week. So that to me is the ultimate silver lining, and you have a defense that can win you ball games. But I mean, there still is a lot of work to do. But what's your thoughts on the way that things started with the Rams and the way that things ended up?
Again, I had the same frustrations as you guys, obviously, at the start. I did like the fact that they tried to run. Like, they were trying to run, but it was still some of the same types of things. They also had mentioned during the week how Roshan was going to be more of a factor. And he was at the goal line. He was in short down situations, which I'm totally for. But it's like, okay, and kudos to DeAndre Swift and to Cherie again for calling it. But he had a hell of a game. My only concern is, like, okay, how many times is that going to happen for DeAndre, and when do you know to switch to the hammer? It's fine. It's cool. I'm cool with using DeAndre Swift as that number one, and if he has great games like last week, all for it. But if there ever were to come a time where you needed to use the hammer a little more, I don't know if Shane Waldron has the, I don't know what to say. Maybe just the wherewithal to do that. To be all right, time to go with the heavier back, with the guy that's going to punch you in the mouth rather than the finesse guy. So to me, there's still concern. Go ahead. I'm sorry, sure.
No. I was going to say I agree with you there, and that to me. I'm not even going to put on Shane Waldron because at the end of the day, that I consider that situational football. That's been my number one concern with Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
And if Matt Eberflus does not like the personnel usage, you take care of that in game. All right, he's out. No, I want 23 in there. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not. The way that they use DeAndre Swift is the way that they should have been using him the entire time. He's not a between the tackles guy. Yes, he can give you some plays in there, but they just looked at him that they were going to pop everything outside in chunk plays and then come back and run them up the middle with a offensive line that is spotty at best at times, and it just never made sense. I mean, again, the Bears come out and say, Khalil Herbert is our goal line back. He never got a carry. And still, it points to what I talked about. I feel like that they try to game plan via the media and think that that's their ultimate trump card, and we're going to pull the okey doke on everybody, and that shit drives me nuts. But Roshan's not a upper tier running back by any stretch of the imagination. But what he does well is exactly what the Bears need. They need a guy in there that can get you some of the dirty yards.
Yeah.
Get you a 2, 3, 4, 5 yard gain. Maybe. I mean, there was a couple of plays there, Ivan. You looked at the tape. He should have been stopped for a loss on that one. He turned it into a first down. Watching that live, I said, fuck, here we go.
And then it goes deeper. Using him and using that rotate, it goes deeper than just is he a top 10 back in the NFL? You know what I'm saying? Because there is also these X factors like will. These are X factors like rhythm and momentum. When you see Roshan Johnson running now, I keep going back to when he got punched in the face, Shane, in Houston. After that, the next game, Roshan was running like a madman. Every run he has, he looks like he is running with a purpose.
Yep.
There is something to that, and I think you need to go with the hot hand. And not saying that DeAndre Swift isn't the hot hand, but you need to start using this 1-2 punch a lot more than you have been. And on top of that, like when it comes to the Khalil Herbert talk, you better start finding a suitor if he's not going to be a part of this offense. because I don't know why I could understand third downs, but if you're not trying to get him any type of touches, then you got to look for somebody to go ahead and take him off your hands and recoup some type of draft capital or something from that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what they're. I don't see them getting anything of significance for a Khalil Herbert. I think it might be a Khalil and a 7th for a 6th, for a late 6th or something, that type of deal. And I mean, yeah, no, I get it. Or do you just use him up and keep him on the team? If something happens. I mean, yeah, I can see both sides of it, but it's pretty clear that the Bears have a direction that they want to go at running back, and to me, it's Khalil is on the outside looking in. I mean, it would be very interesting to see how this would have unfolded had Ian Wheeler not gotten injured.
Mm-hmm. I don't see Khalil on the team if Ian Wheeler's on the team, because
I get it.
Look at how he's being used now. It's just how they have evaluated him. And Shane Waldron came in here, new OC, doesn't trust him whatsoever. I truly, honestly believe it's a pass protection, because we're passing so often now. Even with the even with less than 52 passes last game, we're still, in my eyes, we're still passing a lot more and passing with a lot more. How do I say creativity than we have in the past? And there has been some success, even with Caleb's struggles in the first couple games. There has been some success. The thing that frightens me, and like just to kind of round up that question you asked before, Shane, Shane Waldron of all, and I guess Flus, I guess you could tie him and Flus together. We'll call it the coaching. Still terrifies me, because there's situations where are we accepting the penalty? Remember where I was talking about that? Or do you accept the penalty? Do you not accept the penalty? You don't know. And then you're saying that, okay, you wanted to call timeout later in the game. And it's just the management of the entire situation.
Yep.
I think Flus is in over his head. I think he's very focused on the defense. Like, I don't know how much he's focused on the offense, but being a fly on the wall and just being somebody to bounce ideas off of. But more than likely he's taken too much. There's too much on his plate with the defense, the offense, and now he has to focus on making these decisions. You have to have somebody next to you helping you out if that's the case. There has to be somebody there in the building, right on a microphone or the headset. Hey, call the fucking timeout here. Hey, you can't waste this challenge. It's bad. It's a bad call. Don't do it. Don't be desperate. Like, there's things like that. You could hire somebody for that if this is the issue. But
the sad part about it is, Ivan, there is a guy on their staff that does that. There is
really
legitimately a person specifically for challenges. He will never name who it is, but yes, the Bears have a guy that's specifically there for challenges. That's his job.
Well, maybe they got to get another guy.
Oh, clear. I mean, Flus was 4 feet from a play watching it on that one where he said he wasn't in bounds. I forget what game that was exactly, but it was clear as day. The guy had like 3.5 feet down in play. Might have been maybe it was in Houston. Can't remember which one it was, but yeah, it comes down to situational football, and Matt Eberflus is nowhere near average at situational football, and that's a problem. That can lose you football games.
And that was something like, you asking that, like I said, this win felt good, and I felt good that it looked like, even from a coaching standpoint, the game plan, we made progress. But that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you have faith? And I mean, Ivan's kind of already answered it because he's still terrified, but it does still raise the question. Do you have faith that they'll continue to stick with these game plans and we see the progress? Because
proof is in the pudding for me. Show me. Because this is the Bears.
That faith, yeah.
You saw what they did against the LA Rams, and in typical Chicago Bears fashion, the way that they normally do it, Caleb gets 54 pass attempts this week. That has been the Chicago Bear way, and it's not smart football at all. They're not there yet in their progression. Caleb's not there yet in his life as an NFL quarterback. He's played 4 NFL football games. 4. It's crazy, and I know everybody is over the moon, and Jaden Daniels has played fantastic. Absolutely, no doubt about it. But our guy Matt Waldman had a thought on that. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick on Twitter. And again, if you're not watching tape and understanding what you're seeing, you may not realize this, because unfortunately there's a lot of stat scouts, and that's really all that they're looking at. I'm just going through his timeline here.
Real quick, guys, we all know Phil is running late. He coaches football, so
it's been that way for
a
month.
Yeah. So Phil's running late. Obviously, he's coaching the kids, and he'll be here when he gets here.
Yeah, so this was Matt Waldman's tweet. In 2012, RG3 was fantasy QB1 as a rookie after 4 weeks in a system heavily schemed with fewer progression reads. RG3 was the hot quarterback in the sport as a rookie, 69.4% completion rate and 1 interception. Andrew Luck was QB 21 after 4 weeks. He had a 53.3 completion percentage rate, 4 interceptions on a team with a bad offensive line that was dependent on Luck to do more progression reads to create opportunities. Jaden Daniels' scheme is much more RG3-like. Williams has demands much more like Andrew Luck did. Reacting to a rookie quarterback performance is often premature. Injuries hurt both players, but Luck proved he was good and grew. RG3's opportunities to grow was stifled by obstacles and team dysfunction. Neither story has been written. That's essentially what it comes down to. And the overreactions, listen, there's Bears fans that overreact to one good play, and then they see a good play from somebody that's not on the Bears team, and they overreact to that. We're in through 4 weeks.
With Robert Nash's point with the throw chart of Jaden Daniels, we pointed out, or Shane had pointed out, how everything's on one side, regardless of where, and there's some in the middle, a little bit, but everything is really dramatically on the one side. So, to anybody who's like, all right, he's getting the ball out quickly, like that's something you hear. He's getting the ball. Yeah, because they're focused. They're turning all his attention to one area of the field. You're limiting his decision making for a reason, right? Because he's a rookie quarterback. Now you look at Caleb. He's not really limited in his decision making. He could throw it all over the field. And I'm not saying that he's been great at all whatsoever at the deep passes, but I think once he gets settled in, and once they just, if they can continue this running game and really make it part of their identity, then you'll start seeing the big plays. But for Jaden Daniels, he's been great, but a lot of it has been focused and been catered to him, to one side or another.
Yeah, absolutely. And Logan's got it right here. And I 100% am in agreement. And that is something that we have not seen in Chicago. And if you want to see exactly what we're talking about, go back to the Rams game, watch the touchdown pass to DJ Moore. He stood in there. Everything was compressing around him. He stood in there. He did not bail. That's what we're used to from Chicago Bears quarterbacks. And I'm not just talking about the quarterback that was here last year. Mitch did it. Jay Cutler did it. Most of these guys bailed. Caleb, and it's one of the most exciting things that he is standing in the pocket, waiting, seeing what he needs to see, and getting rid of the football with a lightning quick release. Ivan, you saw it. That fucking ball to DJ Moore. It wasn't a long pass, but god damn.
Dude,
that's
Shane, the
NFL
DJ,
level fucking big time throw.
Oh god. to say I seen a Cutler pass like that, I don't really know. Maybe a little bit, maybe powered through, right? But that had like perfect touch, speed. It was just a perfect freaking ball. And then he did it again. He did it again with Cole Kmet across the middle of the field. And it takes some nuts. It takes some guts to do that. Now, there was plays that he second-guessed himself. And I think that's part of his growth. Not second-guessing, letting it rip when you see it. Immediately, boom. Because, like you said, you'll see on the film, there are plays that were left out there that would have possibly led to more points, possibly kept the drive going, what have you, momentum shifting. It's just, to me, I feel like the more you allow Caleb to grow and the more he sees defenses, the more he'll be more comfortable and start hitting a lot of these passes that he's not.
Yeah, Zach, maybe you showed up late when I threw roses at how well Jaden Daniels was playing. I did give credit. So, but yeah, it is what it is, and it's these things have not been written as much as people want to say that they're. I could show you guys screenshots of DMs that I get from people, and I'm like, it happened after game 1. Oh, look at your boy. Here you go. Look at your boy. I'm like, okay, cool. You are the analyst of all analysts. You got it all figured out in 4 quarters, man. Bravo. Don't waste your time in my DMs on Twitter, because use those superior talents elsewhere. That's the thing. Twitter scouts are batting 1,000. Let's just say that. But yeah, man, this is the other one that I see all the time. When do you think the generational talent is? I don't know. Are you asking what, or are you mad that you haven't seen anything that's getting you excited? I guess I don't
know.
I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. I think this is just a baiting question from Doug. I think I remember Doug. He wants to hang on generational talent, and like I said, I have no problem telling you I never used the word generational talent. I've heard Phil use it. That's fine. Phil can talk to you about that. I think it's a bullshit thing that's used on ESPN and on some podcasts and shit like that to label guys. I think it's ridiculous, and it just creates bullshit like this where people want to come, so all right, we've played 4 games and I haven't seen generational ability yet.
Oh, he hasn't won the Super Bowl in 4 games.
According to my generation scheduler here, we should be seeing this in the 3rd quarter, of week 5. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. I'm waiting for some guys to prove worthy of a 5th-year option in year 4, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, right there, Creighton's got it right. It can be as simple as that.
Yep.
I would defy anybody, and put it in the chat. Is there people that have not seen growth every single week from Caleb Williams? If you disagree with me, put it in the chat and explain. I've seen what I deem as growth from Caleb Williams every single week. And I don't think it's minimal growth. I think it's pretty amazing growth, quite honestly.
If and I know if fuck the ifs, but you go back to the Colts game, you punch in that touchdown, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? You do things right, who knows? And I'm not going to go ahead and put Caleb in this like pedestal as of yet, because there's mistakes. He knows it. We know it. We see it. But let's say we win that game and he throws for a rookie record, a Bears rookie record. What do you think people would say then, Shane?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, look what Caleb did. Instead of Caleb threw 2 picks and the Bears lost.
Yeah. Well, and then you have dumbasses like William here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm responsible, William. TTNL is responsible for running Justin Fields out of town. You unlocked it, bro. I mean, asking for a friend. Great. Yeah, that's what we did. I'll tell you what the truth is, William. You're a fanboy, and that's fine. I have no problem with people being fanboys. I was a Justin Fields fan. I didn't sour on Justin Fields at all until I didn't see growth in positions that it didn't matter if it was the offensive line. It didn't matter if it was a drop. It wasn't that. There was little things that continued to show up on tape that still show up on tape with Justin Fields. That's why TTNL had. So this is what it is. You don't want to hear anything negative about your favorite player, and that's fine. We are called the Tape Never Lies Network. It's what we do. You're going to hear good from a player. You're going to hear bad from a player. And if you don't like to hear bad, that's on you. But breaking news, TTNL didn't have anything to do with Justin Fields getting shipped out. Neither did Cap. Neither did Waddle and Sylvie. Nobody did.
Jim McMahon is the standard. That's according to Doug here.
The Chicago Bears won a Super Bowl with Jim McMahon. I mean, it's you can move the goalposts all you want, guys. I mean, we're just going to pretend like he didn't have I'll use the generational. Did the Bears have a generational defense in 1985? That's a part of it. Jim McMahon didn't win the Super Bowl. The Chicago Bears did. It's just like when you say that, oh, this guy's 0-3, this guy's 3-0. It's wins and losses. Everything happens. It's a fucking NFL football game. You can lose a game because your coach is a dumbass, and then you're gonna put that loss on your quarterback. Or you're gonna put it on your middle linebacker. Or you're gonna put it on Cairo Santos. It's just
we can't come in here, tell us that we're gonna run guys out of town and then come and play victim, William. That's just what
William,
it is.
you're coming in here with an agenda.
100%.
You're saying that asking for a friend, when are you guys going to turn on him and run him out of town? So that's an asshole remark. So that's what I called it out as. That's fine. You can fan the way you want to fan. I would have respected you more if you said, Shane, you know what? I don't agree with what you are saying about Justin Fields in your analysis, and I think you're a fucking moron, and I don't like it. Just come out and be honest that way, because that's how you really feel. You just didn't say it. And that's me asking for a friend. I don't get it, man. It's TTNL didn't have anything to do with Justin Fields not being here. That's the weakest fucking comment ever.
The only thing you can say is that the Bears' analysis of Justin Fields and our analysis of Justin Fields were the same. He wasn't good enough, and they moved on. We didn't make the decision. I didn't call Ryan Poles. Shane didn't call Ryan Poles. There was no contact with us. But hey.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I don't get it. The Bears,
like I said, we're fans.
Yeah. The Bears moved on. They didn't want to. Yeah, exactly. Give me the 51% snaps. Great point, Joe. That's what I want. I hope Justin goes there and balls out and is there. I hope they give him a contract extension. They didn't think enough of him to pick up his 5th-year option. They want him to prove it. Go out there and prove it and earn your money that way. Get the 51%. The Bears will get a 4th, and you'll get your quarterback.
Facts.
Yeah. Perfect. Exactly. He would have been gone before the season started. Yeah, we talked about that. Exactly. Mike Glennon would have never been here if TTNL had Poll, right? But it's just everybody wants to make it a civil war, and it's us for it's the guy that's not here versus the world. It was a business decision, and somebody that they looked at that they felt like was more of an NFL prospect at quarterback than what they had. That's what Ryan Poles thought. And let me ask you this. Think about it this way. If Caleb Williams, who has 4 games of NFL experience, became a free agent tomorrow, and Justin Fields became a free agent tomorrow, you tell me who's going to get signed first by an NFL football team. Anybody have any idea? I think I know what the answer is. But again, that's just TTNL driving narratives, because that's obviously the power that we have. Right. Exactly, critical drinker. Yeah. Harbaugh would be the Bears head coach.
Yeah. That's what
well, that is true. That is true. Yeah. We did do that. It was crazy.
So wild times in Miami, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. It's too bad. It is what it is. And unfortunately, people, and listen, William, I do thank you for tuning in and watching what we do. I just think it's a bullshit comment, and maybe you're just trying to be witty. I get it. Has nothing to do with TTNL. Nothing. And you know who would tell you that too? Justin Fields would tell you that in a heartbeat. Justin's a great dude. Never heard a bad thing about him ever.
They sent him to the best situation.
They sent him to where he wanted to go, and he even praised Ryan Poles and the Bears for that. They sent me to where I wanted to go. He talked about the teams that were involved, and he wanted to be in Pittsburgh. That's where he wanted to be. That's
and
fine.
I mean, good for him. He got a coach that knows to play to his strengths, which is why he's looking good. So, I mean, all good for him. But we're Bears fans. That's not.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing that matters to us is that 51% snaps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give me that.
God,
give me that 4th rounder so we can,
add more old linemen,
offensive linemen.
Right.
We'll see how it goes. But no, just getting back to the game. It's I like the progress we've seen from Caleb. You saw another big time throw to Cole Kmet. Cole talked about that a little bit on his the 85 podcast that he does with Adam Hogue over at CHGO. And that's as NFL, big time NFL pass that, as you'll see. You see it every single week. You just rarely see it in Chicago. Yeah, I know. Really. Wait till you find out. Ivan and I have already submitted the paperwork. The Bears are going to be for sale by Friday. So start pulling the coins out of your couch cushions. And they'll be up on eBay before you know it. Just watch. But no, man, it's the defense again, and a guy that I want to throw some flowers his way. It's not going to show up in the stat department. And Darrell Taylor, Ivan, that dude going out there, he's not a perfect guy. He has a place on this team, and I feel like he has a future on this team, because that dude, he is relentless. And I said that shit translates so well to what Montez Sweat brings to this team. He's gonna have another breakout game coming up, and he's gonna get having 2.5, maybe even a 3-sack game just because of that motor. And that's been a fantastic in-season trade that Ryan Poles made to pry him free from Seattle. And that motor, dude, that shit is fun to watch. I don't know how you feel about it.
No, it's watching him. If I feel like he had to have been reborn or something like that, because you've seen him in Seattle, he had some steady growth, But then, boom, out of nowhere, he's having this immediate impact with us. I'm sure Montez has something to do with that, and how well we're playing as a team and how well the defense is playing. But him individually, every time I see him out there, he's going 110%. Every time he has an opportunity, it seems like he's seizing it. So, to your point, Shane, I give kudos to Ryan Poles for identifying a guy that they liked, that had that type of motor that they liked, that they wanted, and bringing him in. I would love to see him continue this. I don't know if his trajectory is like diamond in a rough fourth year type of superstar, like a guy that you wouldn't imagine. There's guys like that all the time that end up getting big contracts after an explosion. But we'll just have to wait and see. So far, I love him. I love it. He's a great player for the defense, and he just has this tenacity about him that obviously, it energizes everybody. You can see it. Oh, Shane, I guess not Shane. It doesn't energize Shane enough, Cherie. Shane's like, fuck that. Doesn't energize me. But no, he like every time he's out there making plays, you could tell that guys are, immediately like going right up to him, congratulating him. He's a part of the team, and he became a part of that really quickly. There you are, Shane. I thought you were like, yeah, fuck that Daryl Taylor guy.
No.
But not, I was also. Hey, go ahead.
I'm going to send you guys I'm going to send you guys a thing in the private chat that you can just check out. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, you could see in the short amount of time that Daryl Taylor has been here, guys have been, rallying around him pretty much. Like he's a part of the team now, and he continues to make plays. It's just going to more and more galvanize that his presence in the locker room. So.
Yeah, no, man. I get it. And I think he's got he is a guy that 100% I go to. It's not going to break the bank. He's a guy that I want around here moving forward. And for me, I don't think it's too early to be talking about that. The guy's 26 years old. And I think he definitely has a future here in Chicago. But where was that one comment here? I should have. Oh, geez. I guess I should have started. We'll just clean this up in post, right, Cherie?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. William, the guy that I called out, you're off the hook for the dumbest comment of the night. Logan is running away with. I mean, come on, man. Tremaine Edmonds sucks. I don't know. I know I can understand being a Sanborn fan, but Tremaine Edmonds does not suck. I don't know what to say.
And this is my issue with just fans in general, especially when they zero in on a player. It's like I'm zeroed in on this player, so everybody else that plays that same position sucks. And it's like there's room to have 2-3 good players on the same team. Just because one player is playing better than others doesn't make the other players bad. So it's just frustrating to see comments like that with fans that are, because we all know Logan is a diehard Sanborn fan. So you don't.
Yeah, I get it, but I love Jack Sanborn. Does it mean that Tremaine Edmonds? Great. Does it mean that Tremaine Edmonds sucks? No,
right.
Just it's foolish. But yeah, I'm sending Mr. Larrison the link.
Okay.
Pop in when he's.
Oh, look at that.
Pop in when he's ready.
Thanks, Doug.
See, I knew you're not a dumbass. I'm kidding. Can't even remember. Oh, that's the thing. Listen, how many times have you guys heard me say here? And Doug, I do appreciate it. That's super generous. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. My point is, what drives me nuts in doing this for as long as I have is at no point has there ever been a middle ground with any fan that I've talked to. It's you go out and make one play and, oh my God, this dude's going to the Hall of Fame. He should be a Bear. Ryan Poles or whomever is an idiot. Or you suck and you shouldn't be in the NFL and you've always sucked and that's it. There's no middle ground. So that's the shit that I wish people could get. And I get it. Fan is short for what? Fanatic. Right? I get it. I've gotten caught up in things too. Listen, I'm the guy that called out Jalen Johnson last year. And he's stepped up big time. I mean, NFL teams don't even really want to test the guy. That's the way that it goes. But there's a big variance between Hall of Fame and suck. And 99% of players
are in that
variance that we are disregarding. And it's not that it's football, but I always look at Brian Scalabrine that played in the NBA for a bunch of years, and friggin' average Joe is calling him out and saying this dude sucks and I could beat him one-on-one, and Brian Scalabrine took guys up on it, played him one-on-one, and I think that he beat the one dude like 21-3 or something like that. And it's just, come on. Even Velus Jones there's an elite level talent there. Is Velus Jones good in the NFL? No, he hasn't been good. He's been a top 5 kick return man in the NFL, but the consistency is not there. It's just
he has those flashy plays, but that's all. It's not consistent.
Yeah, that's what it is. But so I know Jim is out to dinner, and then he's gonna get here. In case you guys don't know, TTNL will be live in Chicago November 10th for the Bears versus Patriots. We are going to give away a couple of tickets tonight for people that had donated to Jim's family's trek through the Grand Canyon, where they were raising some money, and some TTNL people that donated along the way. We are spinning a wheel and giving the tickets away that way, and Jim is going to pop in with us here a little bit later and talk about it, and we're gonna get you guys some tickets, and you're gonna be essentially hanging out with us on that day and watching the game with us and see what Phil and Shane are really like when they're watching an NFL football game. And I'll tell you this, you're not going to remain silent that day, because I know Phil and I do not when we're at football games. I have season tickets to Syracuse, and everybody in my section knows that you ain't going to be quiet. That's not what NFL and college football is about. You're not just going to sit there and not make a noise. So should be a fun day, man. I'm really looking forward to it. And I said, Ivan, you're going to be there this weekend, correct?
Sorry, I got to unmute me. Yeah, I'm going to be there this weekend with Alan Bratcher. We're also going to meet our friend from London. Or not London, the UK. I don't know where actually. I don't even know if he's in London. He's just from the UK. But Chris from the UK. So should be fun. Him and his wife are going to be there. They're vegetarians, so I don't know if there's going to be any tailgating vegetarian food, but we'll see. It should be a fun time, though. I can't wait to see Bratcher. He's going to be coming down here on Saturday, or coming up here on Saturday. So should be fun.
How did he survive the Bears versus Colts with his divided house? How did?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was very quiet. At least for a week.
Yeah.
Stop mentioning it.
Oh, exactly. Sure, you would. Oh, yeah. So Connor, hey man, what's up? Connor reached out to me privately on Twitter and sent me a DM. Hopefully he doesn't. I won't get into all the particulars about what's going on with Connor and his family. I'll just give you the roundabout way. And we've always done this here at TTNL. Connor's been going through a hard time with his mom, who's been diagnosed with brain cancer, and she's actually going into surgery tomorrow. So what we do here at TTNL, I just ask everybody to keep Connor and his entire family and friends, and especially his mom, in your thoughts. If you pray, send her some, say a prayer for her. If you're just spiritual, send her some positivity. I'm a big believer in that. I've lived it with my son. I know Ryan Cox would co-sign with me here with Spencer, and we do have a large fan base, and I know almost everybody that is here every week with us. Everybody feels the same way. So send my guy Connor and his family, and especially his mom, some positive thoughts, some strength as she goes through her surgery tomorrow, and just wish them all the best of luck. And Connor knows I'd send him some info. Just anytime he wants to talk, he's got my number now. The most important thing is, you guys know how we did it here. I called very, very few people when I found out that my son at the time was 10 years old and had cancer. Probably, other than hearing that, one of the hardest things that I had to do was to come on live air and tell everybody about it. But it helped me more than anything. I mean, I'm not a guy that gets nervous, and I was super nervous that night, but it helped me a ton in the process of moving forward with that situation, as tough as it was, just being able to talk about it. I actually go back, and I've watched that show again back semi recently. And talking about things absolutely helps. You can't bury that stuff. So don't be ashamed of it. Don't be scared. Fuck cancer, face it head on. And like I said, it takes more than just Connor and Connor's family. TTNL is going to be there to send our positivity and help in any way we can. So good luck as you guys face this battle, Connor. So we'll be thinking about you, brother. Appreciate it.
Prayers to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Get you back, Ivan?
Yeah, it was just kids.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, everybody's sending out their thoughts. Scottish Bear, we love you, brother. Yep, I know Scottish Bears facing the same thing. So we will be thinking about you as well. And we Mo's out there, all 5'8" of them, sending his well wishes to Connor's mom, even though he spelled Connor's name wrong. I'm not going to hold him accountable for it. But yeah, so another big game here coming up, guys. I know we're not going to do our predictions yet, but we have the Carolina Panthers, not Bryce Young, coming to town. It's going to be old friend Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle. Seeing how that goes. What are your, Sheree, do you have any thoughts as we head to the Carolina game?
So, I mean, of course, this is one of those people worry because the Panthers have been so bad. Is it a trap game? I'm not worried about it. I think that we will carry some of the momentum from this win, and we'll take care of business. So I'm not too worried about it. We're at home. Yeah, I'm feeling good about us winning that one.
What about you, Ivan?
I agree with Cherie. Like, I don't want them to overlook this game. We got London coming up. Obviously, it's one of those. Some guys probably have never gone there. I'm sure that a lot of guys have on their off time. But regardless of that, it's a big trip for the league, for the franchise, both franchises. So it's something that I'm sure families are going to be involved. So it's something that definitely could be a distraction. If you look ahead, and to Cherie's point, yeah, the Panthers could come up and bite you in the ass, especially the way that their offense has been operating with Andy Dalton. I Do I think the Bears overlook them? Absolutely not. I think this team is strong enough and focused enough on defense to keep this team in games, and I think that's what it's going to be for about half the season until you really start until hopefully we get things going on the offense. But regardless of that, like the defense is going to be that X factor. I think the defense is going to be the one to take over the game because I really feel, the way that they've been performing, this is a top 10 defense. Like it could be potentially top 5 depending on how much further they can grow. The emergence of Dexter, Javon Dexter has been fantastic.
Yep.
To have somebody like that in the middle, and then like we mentioned, Darrell Taylor, Montez Sweat, of course, this defense is primed to continue this pace. And I feel like a Panthers team right after a Rams team who you pretty much handled defensively, you were able to contain regardless of them having, 2 of their top receivers out. You were really able to do a decent job. So I think that going into this game, the Bears have the edge clearly. Let's just see this offense keep up that pace. Run the rock. Just run the rock, and I think everything will kind of fall into place.
Yeah, I'm with you. My I don't want to say that it's a fear. It's definitely not a fear that the Bears have played well in spots. I do believe in their defense, but the Bears overall don't deserve the benefit of the doubt, and they are not good enough to overlook anybody. And I have been around this team way too much. When we look at games like Carolina, I mean, how many years have we heard, Green Bay's without 4 of their 5 offensive linemen today?
Mm-hmm.
And that was when you had a guy like Julius Peppers, all of these guys, big time talents. And then the game ends, the Bears lose 27-16, and they never put the quarterback on the ground, never even touched him. That happens. The game is at home. I think that helps a little bit, but I am picking the Bears. I know we're not going to get into that yet, but if they go out and lose to the Carolina Panthers, that is the biggest red mark against Matt Eberflus that we have had in my book. If you don't have you cannot overlook this team.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Yeah.
And if you don't have these guys cranked up, ready to go, and hitting early, often, running the football, establishing the running game, opening up for your rookie quarterback to make some plays downfield and, on the intermediate throws. If you don't have them ready, you can't come out and have this be the opening game against Green Bay last year when all of the momentum was on Chicago's side. We have the momentum right now. The Bears, on paper, should win this game. We don't play games on paper. In Chicago, you just never know. I mean, if the Bears went out and lost to Carolina, that would be the Chicago Bear way that we're all used to.
I would be fucking livid.
Yeah,
I would be fucking livid because you look at we talked about the storyline between these two teams, the trade, right? We'll call it the trade. The trade is really Herschel Walker for fucking everybody, but this is our trade, right? Carolina, Chicago. We get Caleb. We get we pretty much got a bunch of guys on our defense, and we got more draft capital. You can't come into this game thinking that you could just cakewalk them because of what they've done with Bryce Young. It's a different offense, like I'd mentioned before. And if you were to lose this game, now you really have people, at your throats questioning whether the coach is the right guy, whether the OC is the right guy, whether in his 5th game, whether Caleb's the right guy. There's going to be even more questions. So this game needs to be a 100. It needs to be a beatdown, I think, by the Chicago Bears. To make people start to feel comfortable, you need to go in here and you need to beat down the Carolina Panthers, because to me, they're not in your league right now. To me, you guys are an ascending team, and they're a team, still trying to find out who the hell they are. And their defense isn't great. They lost both their middle linebackers. They're going to have issues. So to me, take advantage of the situation, beat them down. Like I mentioned before, and I'm going to keep saying it, be the bully. Start bullying motherfuckers around. This is a team that needs to get bullied.
Yep. No, I hear you. Logan had asked me a question about Edmonds here. Am I still paying Edmonds' huge contract? Well, his contract is smaller next year than it is this year. And yeah, I am. I'm not moving off of Tremaine Edmonds next year. I mean, it's a financial hindrance if you want to move off of Tremaine Edmonds next year. The way that his contract is set up, if you want a potential out, that would be in 2026, not in 2025, where his dead cap would be just slightly under $2.5 million. But I just don't see where it wants. The guy that I look at is do you do something with TJ Edwards to open up a slot for Sanborn? The Bears aren't in financial trouble at all. That's why you have a rookie scale quarterback, that way. So that's the way you do it. And you're going to have the ability to keep these guys. But yeah, removing Tremaine Edmonds off of your team is, I think, a flaw big time. If that's what your game plan is over money. His number this year is cap hit this year is 22.5, and then it's 17.
This is just Logan's ploy to get fucking Sanborn in the starting middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, it's
a good question. It is a lot legit.
Oh, it's fine. No, I get it, but I don't see how. I don't know how you watch Chicago Bears football, especially this season, and come away with saying that Tremaine Edmonds is an issue. It's just, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know what he's seeing.
Yeah, I think it's just like what Ivan said. I believe in Jack Sanborn. I get it. That's why I answered it honestly. I'm not saying that it wasn't an honest question. I just don't think that Tremaine Edmonds sucks. That's a guy they want a middle linebacker with length because it makes things harder for a team. And I mean, that's why they wanted Brian Urlacher there. He's a guy that can cover a lot of space, and length matters. That's Roquan Smith struggled with that when he was in the middle. Just, it is what it is. Tremaine Edmonds is a very, very far from an issue on this team. And like I said, there's a potential out financially in 2026. I don't think he's going anywhere. But anyways, we have a guy back there in the green room. I think he is getting his nose powdered right now, so he's getting himself all pretty, getting made up. And I don't have your intro here, guest, because our other intro guy isn't here tonight to load it up. So as long as you're ready, I'm going to bring you right out. There he is.
Hi, Jim.
Yoko is back.
Jim. Hey, everyone. How's it going?
What's going
Where's
on?
Phil? There's no Phil tonight?
Well, I sent you an update there, Jim, if you want to. I don't want you to read it live on air, but you can just read it to yourself, and that's kind of where we're at right now, unfortunately.
Okay.
So yeah, there's not going to be any Phil tonight, but we're gonna move forward and
Slacker.
Yeah, slacker. Exactly. Him and Angelo are probably eating pizza right now.
You're gonna have to have a conversation with him about his performance, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Performance over politics, right, Jim?
Exactly.
See you, Phil.
I know I'm short, right?
Yes. Yes, we are starting a height requirement at TTNL starting next Monday. So Phil is fucked.
He's on PIP.
Yes. So Jim, I know we're gonna get in here tonight. But you want to give us a kind of an update, everything, how the walk went, and talk about that a little bit before we get into it.
So I appreciate everyone who donated. We raised the whole charity raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think. We raised thousands between everyone in TTNL, which was great. And so the story is my wife and my two kids, driver and stride, hiked across the Grand Canyon. And it's 22 miles, but it's actually an intense 22 miles. You're actually hiking down 7 miles, 8 miles across, and then 7 miles up. You start at 8,000 feet and you work your way down. I saw them on Monday and they could barely walk. It's amazing, the sort of intense. $176,000 was raised total.
Wow, nice.
For ALS and Alzheimer's. And I appreciate everything that people donated from TTNL. You guys put us over the edge. It was amazing to see the family come together and just give money to this cause. And it was obviously there's connection with McMichael and the suffering with his family. But, just outreach to everyone in TTNL and the messages that were sent from everyone was just touching to read them and to realize that people did care about this. It was every dollar that they raise goes to helping this really critical cause. And I really respect everyone that did this, right? It's a huge undertaking. They start training for it 6 months before. They spend, months and months getting ready. They actually track everything that you do, because the worst thing would be you go down into the Grand Canyon and you get stuck. Yeah. And they can't get you out, right? Like there's only two ways to get out. One is in a body bag, and the other is there's a helicopter, which costs about $60,000 to get out.
Wow.
So they make sure that you can actually do this. And my family went through this, right? It was amazing to see them do this. And, but I appreciate everyone at TTNL that stepped up and donated to this cause. And we want to respect, every dollar that went into this. And I have I don't know if I can share. I have some pictures I can share, I think, here. Hold on, let me see if this works. Caddy, get down.
Oh.
It seems like, here we go. Okay. Can you see that?
Yep. And let me add it up there. Yep.
Okay. So they went into the Grand Canyon. That's the Brady Bunch. If you all remember the Brady Bunch, same thing, going into the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
That's them getting ready to hike. That's where they're hiking across that whole canyon. Again, the Brady Bunch. This is what I remember as a kid from the Grand Canyon. But this is what followed them down as they walked down the canyon, was these burros or donkeys that were taking all the supplies down.
So we're still seeing the same picture on our end, Jim.
Oh yeah.
Of the Brady Bunch, the entrance there.
Huh. Okay. Let me see if I can fix that.
But yeah, you shared the one video with Phil and I of I don't really want to call it a finish line, but I said that was super.
Is this show now?
Yeah.
Yep. There's the.
Okay.
Yep. There's a bunch of Angelos walking.
Wow.
We got a bigger strip.
Yeah.
Wow, that kind of puts things in. Yeah, and there's Austin Reed and your other son, right, Jim?
Yeah. And then here's the view. Can you see the trail there?
Yeah. Yep. Can.
Okay. So the trail, they went down. So it wasn't like walking down a trail. It was actually
Right.
hiking.
Yeah.
There's Jennifer and Driver or Austin. And this is, can you see this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is coming back.
Yeah. So this is the one that you shared with Phil and I.
The stride, my youngest son went both on the way there and back.
That's amazing.
And came in first both ways.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember when you shared this with Phil and I said it was so awesome because I believe this is your wife right up here at the end, and she's like, "I'm so proud of you." And I said, "What an awesome moment to have recorded for these two."
Yeah.
And I would not. I know if that was me, I would not be smiling there. Not like he was.
So
that's amazing, though.
Yeah.
And
So it's
so
amazing that they did that.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to thank everyone for the donations, and we came up with a way to recognize folks.
Absolutely.
And so we have like, let me see, hopefully this works. I'm definitely not the technical expert of the team. Okay, here we go. This should work. Okay. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so we took everyone that donated equally, no matter what you donated, and basically decided that we would spin the wheel. And we have a couple people we want to recognize. So I think 3 people. We would do 2 tickets. 2 people. We'll take 2 people that will get tickets to the game, the New England game that you guys are coming to, and then some swag. Right.
Yeah.
So I think, what do you think, Shane? We do the swag first or the?
Yeah, we'll do the build up. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
We'll piss off the one person that's going to be getting a hoodie and not the tickets. But
I guess they could get both if they win both. But
right.
All right. So you can see all the people that donated. A lot of people here. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Jack Turner.
Jack Turner.
Yay!
All right, let me write this down.
All right.
Jack Turner gets the sweater.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack.
Sorry, Jack. Jack, if you're in the chat, put something in the chat and we'll put your name up on the screen.
All right. Next one.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Sean
Stewart.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
We know that, dude.
Is that bad? It sounds like that was a bad one.
No.
No. We
Okay.
love Sean. Well,
Okay.
he has his moments, right, Ivan?
I love Sean.
Oh yeah, we do.
All right. So 1 ticket to the game.
Sean probably is in the chat. He's usually always here.
I haven't seen him tonight though. Oddly enough.
Yeah. He's probably pissed off he didn't get the swag. I'm kidding.
We could change it in for swag if you guys if you want. All right. Ready for the last one?
Yep. Here comes the final ticket. Michael Felton. Hey, this is a guy in my. Let me see. I think Mike might have sent me a DM here. Hold
Well,
on.
congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second. Let me pop
Okay.
off and We'll look something
So
up.
2 for the New England game. Sri, you're coming?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay. Ivan will be there.
Mhm.
Everyone's coming? Yeah. Okay. So we'll hang out with these 2 at least. I guess Phil's not coming. He's got too much stuff going on.
If Phil's on a PIP, he gotta
He's on a PIP. He's got to show up.
Right. We need to see some improvements before he can join us.
Yeah, he's not allowed.
Hopefully, it's not as cold as I remember the last one. Was it who did we play? Detroit.
Yeah, this is early November, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's the same because it was last time it was Veterans Day weekend, so it's the same weekend.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Same weekend.
All right, so Sean Stewart and Michael Feltner. I'll be hitting you up in your DMs. I know I haven't seen. Has anybody responded in the? Yeah, so I guess I don't see Sean here.
No, like I said, I didn't see Sean tonight, and
Yep.
I haven't seen.
But yeah, I think we're all going to be there. I haven't worked out the logistics yet.
Yeah,
No, at least I'll be there. I'm trying to.
November 10th, yeah.
Yeah, November 10th. Trying to see what my son has going on, sports and school wise. But either way, I will be there. I know Cars is going to be there. So pretty much the entire TTNL crew. I did talk to Phil a little bit. He hasn't worked out. He's going to be there, but he hasn't worked out who's going to be along with him.
Yeah.
We know Phil. He's so well planned and thought ahead. He never puts anything off until the absolute last minute. But no, that's awesome, and thank you, Jim, so much for offering up that opportunity for these everybody that was involved to have even the chance at the tickets. Absolutely.
And I mean, we'll appreciate everyone that donated. That was really great. I mean, it went to a great cause, but people stepped up. That was amazing.
Yeah, and if you didn't win, you can watch us all having a great time on TV and be like, "Fuck those guys! I wish I was there." Should be a banger, though. I'm looking forward to it.
I think everybody's eager to see Shane in person. Well,
Shane is the only person
Shane,
I haven't
you
met.
always fall out somehow.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had the first 2 years ago was Riley, and then and then it was my mom. So we got my mom was the next one. So I had kind of some bad luck there, but I've already let everybody know it's gonna have to be something really, really bad for me not to make it this time.
Well, don't jinx it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I've talked about it 100. I've talked about it 100 times. I mean, if I have to drive there, I'm getting there. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and can't wait to meet all you guys and kind of sit back and have a drink and just relax and enjoy some Chicago Bears football for sure.
Yeah, we should win one, at least the Patriots game, right?
Yeah, let's hope. It's the Bears, though, Jim. We were just talking about the Panthers coming up. But
the Red Rockets playing, right?
Yeah, the Red Rifle.
The revenge game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be just the Bears' luck that Andy Dalton goes out and puts up 4 tutties and 360 yards in Soldier Field? That would be typical Chicago Bears. But Jim, kind of away from that, what are your thoughts on the rookie quarterback in Chicago? I mean, you're a season ticket holder, and are you happy with the progress? Are you worried with the progress? Where are you at on it?
I would say, as a non-expert football fan, who watches every game and goes to every game, I asked my wife to come on the show. She didn't want to do tonight, but I would say the progress is much better than what I've seen historically, right? Like, I love Justin. I love Mitch. I love Jay, right? Like I am a huge Bears fan. I'll root for
Sure.
outside of Glennon. I think every quarterback I've loved.
I don't know anybody except for, I don't know if people remember Mike Brez. Mike Brez was the sole Glennon supporter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was.
And I wasn't a huge Rex Grossman fan, but
Yep.
I would root for him, right?
I know you feel some type of way about that one.
But Cutler, I love Cutler. Like I love the guy, right? Like, but I know his limitations.
Yeah.
To me, Caleb shows he's gonna fight the limitations of the Bears.
Yep.
And he's gonna break out just because no matter what.
Yeah.
Right? Like
in spite of the bullshit around them.
In spite of the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you saw that thing that I sent you from was it Shannon Sharp and you see that video I sent you with Shannon Sharp?
Mike Greenberg?
No, it wasn't the Greenberg one. It was anyway, they were talking about the Bears and
there's so many of them.
It starts with the owners.
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah.
It's the same story.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders was talking about it with Shannon Sharp. And they're like, it's the ownership and it's the culture, which is what Phil was saying when we went to Hellas Hall. It was like you could see it.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do, you're not going to change that. Now, I think Caleb is a talent that can break through that. And I think Poles is a great GM. So I think between Poles and Caleb, they're going to break that system that has been broken for years. Now, the problem is how much can they break it? Because there's so much that pushes it down. If you look at a business, if the business is dysfunctional, as much as you bring in great people to run it, they can only get so great because they're controlled by the limitations of the owners, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the Bears have.
No, I totally agree. And I spoke on that a little bit, and I'll see if you agree with it, Jim. I think, I don't think it was you that said it, but somebody along the way said when teams in the NFL draft a quarterback number one, the absolute second that card is turned in, everybody in that organization works for that guy now.
Yeah.
He's the guy. So everybody works for that guy. But with Caleb, we're 4 games in. He needs to get a few more skins on the wall. But at some point, and I don't think it's that far away. I actually think it's started already a little bit. He's on the leadership council. They went to Shane Waldron and said, you need to coach us harder. He brought up plays that, Shane Waldron wasn't happy with that he called and stuff like that. But at some point, Caleb's going to go to Eberflus, to Ryan Poles, to all of these guys and tell them exactly the way that it's going to be.
Yeah.
And they're all going to have to listen.
Right. And he still can pull in that chip right now because he's got that influence that at some point Justin lost that, and Trubisky, I don't know if he ever had it, but
I don't think Mitch did. No, I agree.
And you assume someone's picked the second overall would have it, but he didn't have it. But Caleb has it because of the national spotlight and his history, the Heisman. He's got the backing of the team. He can pull that chip in. And the problem that we have is the ownership is dysfunctional and the coach is on the hot seat, right? Like I personally like Eberflus. Most people don't, but I think he's on the hot seat, right? Like if they 100%. Have a losing record, he's going to be gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I mean, it doesn't matter how much Ryan Poles loves and respects the guy. Ryan Poles also wants to stay. There's not a lot of second-time GMs in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. And you're correct. If they don't win, they don't see the progress, Flus is not going to be here. And I think Eberflus has a lot of qualities. I think he has changed, but I also think at the end of the day, his sweet spot is probably as a defensive coordinator,
Yeah,
not as a head coach. That's kind of where I'm at. I think he has improved some things. I think he does have control of the locker room. I think the guys love to play for them or to play for him. But I always go back to like Dick Duran when he was fired. Brian Urlacher was a very young player at the time, and Brian Urlacher said, "I don't want to play for another coach." Talking about Dick Duran.
Yeah.
And Lovie Smith was gone, and I don't want to play for another coach. And he ended up retiring. But at that point, Brian was kind of at the end of the road. So that's where we are with that. But we'll see. If they win and you see the progress from Caleb Williams, Luce is going to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears in 2025. But
yeah,
I think we have a long way to go. This has got to be what's best for the Bears, and Jim, you and I and Phil and Zorich, we've all had a lot of private conversations, and we've talked about it. The way that we have understood it was that Kevin Warren was not a big loose guy.
Yeah,
but he let Ryan Poles have his guy and said, "All right, you have him this year, and we'll kind of see where it goes." So at some point, Kevin Warren may swing the stick also, and it may be out of Ryan Poles' hands even. We'll see. But
yeah, but the problem is then you start again.
Yep.
Like
it's a repeat cycle. Yep. Right. No, I know, but I have more of a belief in Caleb Williams. Like I said, I never had that belief that way with Mitch. Mitch to me just looked like the kid that had some talent, but I said, we have actual video of him pregame talking to the entire team, and I'll never forget Bilal Nichols. Mitch is sitting there talking to the team, and Bilal Nichols is looking at him, rolling his eyes like, this is the fucking lamest speech I've ever heard in my life. And those things, that's a big deal when that's your teammate. I mean, I don't like to use the analogy that you're going to war, but that's the mentality that these guys have. And when your leader, your quarterback is up there talking and you're standing off to the side rolling your eyes, that permeates. And that doesn't matter if it's on the football field or if it's, in an office at a business, that permeates.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it's
he always looked nervous coming out, right? Like Mitch
totally agree.
And that's why people like Justin so much, because he was a change from that. Justin was unflappable, right? Like he could get that game. He got sacked against the Browns. He came out. He's like, I'm good, right? Like, and that was not a Mitch thing,
right?
And I get why people like Justin, but like Caleb is a different guy. You can tell watching him. Even when Kettler was playing, I would watch when the defense was on. I was never nervous for the Bears. Like I was never nervous. Like I was, even the shitty Mel Tucker year. Like maybe I was nervous a little bit, but for the offense, every time I get nervous. Like something's going to happen. So and now with Caleb, I don't get that anymore. Like he's a rookie, so something's going to happen. But I know he knows what he's doing, right? And in spite of the incompetence of Shane Waldron or whoever. And by the way, Jennifer was like, tonight we're going to dinner. She's like, why can't we get Dan Campbell kind of coach? And I'm like, the problem is, unless you change the owners, you're never going to get that coach.
Yeah, I agree.
Just stick with the coach you got. Because if you don't have Eberflus, you got someone like Eberflus.
Yep.
If you get rid of the owners, it's different. Then you get like Jim Harbaugh, Dan Campbell, Vrabel, like some of these the great coaches, right? But we're stuck with bad owners. So you got to stick with the mediocre coaches that are good enough.
Yeah, they're never gonna. I don't think you're ever gonna see a rock star hire at head coach.
No,
like you said, with this ownership group. Yeah.
To Jim's point, do you guys see the connection with Shane Waldron too, kind of being in that same cookie cutter type of a mold?
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's the B players hire C players that hire C minus players, right? Like it's you
That's a great way
hire
to put it.
slightly below you, and you never want someone that exceeds what you can do. And McCaskey is like a C plus player, maybe, right? So he's going to hire C minus players.
Yeah, and like when I took my son we went to the Bills Bears preseason game, and Jim, I talked to you about this. You know, we were right behind the Bears bench, and George is very aware of where the Bears bench is, obviously. And about, I don't know, 45 minutes or 60 minutes before kickoff, everybody's standing. We're in the first standing almost right there on the field. And you just turn around and it's all Bears fans everywhere on the Bears sideline. And all of a sudden you turn around and, oh shit, there's the owner of the Chicago Bears standing right in the middle of everybody. And I said, George is very aware. And, you know, a lot of fans are just like, holy shit, you know, and they're going crazy and asking for autographs. And he was super cordial. And I said, I will never forget it. And I remembered Phil talking about Ian Cunningham. I had my TTNL hat. And I turned around with my son, and George looks. I'm 6 inches from him, and he's like, "TTNL is here." And I'm like, so they, you know, they know, but that's George in a nutshell, right? You know what I mean?
I'm going to go. The nicest guy in the world,
absolutely,
but an incompetent owner, right? Like, and that's the weird like balance of you got like this really nice guy. He walks through the club. We were sitting there so we fell into it the first like 5 years of owning, season tickets. Yeah. Hey George, how's it going? Like high five. And at some point, he walks by the other day and Jennifer's like, that motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
It's like, you know, you fall for it for a while, but Ian Cunningham's a different guy though. That guy's legit. Like, I think he's held back a bit, and Poles is like that too. Ian Cunningham really, when I saw him, when Phil and I went to Dallas, he went up to Phil and he's like, the tape never lies. He didn't like Phil said nothing.
Right.
And he's like legit goes up to Phil. He knew who he was. He like goes up to him. And I'm like, this guy is real. Like he's a real, you know, he knows. And you know, George is like, oh, Phil, stop bothering the staff. They're not going on your podcast. Like he's a nice guy, but he's incompetent, you know?
Right. Yeah. And so, Jim, now that, you know, you're on here, and I know we talked a little bit about it with the mess with where's the stadium going to be and how all of that is going to go. How does it work with the ownership and like the inheritance tax? Is that actually what's going to end up making them sell?
No, because the NFL is a nonprofit.
Okay.
Right? Like it's protected by tax laws, so they don't have to pay a big tax inheritance. Otherwise, they pay 40% tax in Illinois, which they won't have to do.
Right.
And the NFL is going to carve out an exception for the Bears because you have to own 51% of the NFL team. They have a carve out for the Packers, but every other team has to have at least one owner that has 51%.
Okay.
What they'll do for the Bears when Virginia dies is they're going to carve out an exception for the Bears because otherwise they'll be forced to sell, which they don't want to do.
Yep.
And, you know, there's the two outside owners right now that are also in their 90s. It's not like there's young.
Yeah,
like,
Pat Ryan is and he's got the right of first refusal, right? If they do come up for sale.
If they go on sale, he could buy it, but he's 92 or something like that. Right? Like, and he's a big Northwestern guy, right? Like he's got money to buy it, but we need new money to buy this, right? Like we can't have Pat Ryan buy it. It's going to be the same thing. So my belief is Goodell's going to carve out something that says like the Bears are grandfathered into like family ownership kind of thing or whatever. And it's going to be the same thing. Hopefully, the best thing that could happen to us is Virginia dies and they're like, okay, let's cash out. Because about half the family just wants the cash, right? Like we know this. I know people that work at the Bears that the family comes in every month, gets their money. They give us their money. Hopefully it's over 50%, and then they sell it to a Mark Cuban kind of guy, right? Like, and we know private equity can't buy it now. That was a new law that passed in the recent NFL owner meeting, right? Like they can't sell it to the SPACs,
right?
Who are trying to buy like the Mets and those kind of teams. But someone could buy it. There's plenty of billionaires that could buy it.
So do you think that if she died and they decided to cash out, wouldn't they want to wait until the new stadium and all of that was settled? Because it's just going to make your value that much more.
Yeah, but the problem is the value in a short-term deal like that isn't that much more, because if you look at Robert Kraft, like his deal was he bought the stadium first and then the team. In those cases, then you have like the asset and the team combined. They're doing the team, then the asset, and the asset you carry the value of the asset and the leveraged debt with it. So you could just sell the team today for $6 billion and forget about the stadium. Some billionaire could build a stadium. Like Kroenke built a stadium and he paid cash for it.
Yeah,
he didn't need any money.
Interesting. So, do you have any more? I know probably not news, but what do you think is going to be the ultimate play for the next stadium for the Chicago Bears?
It's Arlington Heights, is no doubt, right? Like, there's no other option really, unless they sell the team. The other like 10% is they sell the team. But if they try and build the plan they have, it's a no-go, right? Like no one will sponsor it. They don't have the cash. It's $6 billion.
Right.
They have $2 billion that they can raise in debt. That's it. And Arlington Heights is maybe $2.5 billion to build it. So they would own it outright.
Right.
There's no way legislation in Illinois or the city's going to pass this, right? They have no leverage. There's zero leverage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the leverage is we move the team out of Chicago. Where are you going to move it?
Right.
You know,
we just want Ivan's taxes to go higher. That's what we're trying to.
Well, the tax is going to the travel tax. They're doing a hotel and travel tax is what they claim. The problem is they still owe $600 million on the Soldier Field.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work. Somehow in Nashville they passed a city-funded tax, but they have so much being built there, so they have enough money coming in. And then Kansas City got some money, but it's very little. And they have the Super Bowl team, and they've got some little bit of money, but not much.
Yeah, and
they're asking for $4 billion from the state.
Yeah,
in the city.
That's been a non-starter.
And forget if Trump wins, there's no money coming from the federal government.
Yeah. So when do you think we're going to have one? What, 2030? Is that when we're going to be unveiling this thing? 2032?
Well, they're dug in. I think the problem is it's not anytime soon because they're dug in.
Yeah.
Right. They're not moving. The city's not moving. The state's not moving. I think they're waiting to see what happens with the election. And I don't think anytime soon. I think my guess is best case 2032. Arlington Heights 2035. Somewhere else. But why move? If I'm the Bears and I have to put $4 billion in cash up to build a stadium and I don't have the money, that's debt. That's leveraged debt at high interest rate. Why would I do that right now? There's no urgency at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the interest rates come down and they can raise a bunch of money, but like the interest rates are really high right now. I'm going to go raise a bunch of debt. They're trying to get the NFL to put in money. because the NFL has a fund that can help build.
Right.
Right. They have a fund that helps with new stadiums and things like that. It's just not the right time for this.
Yeah.
So Kevin Warren's got to focus on better things. They got to get a team that wins a Super Bowl. Then they have a better chance of getting the state to throw money in.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's tough, man. And like I said, we all love this team, but it's unfortunately starts right up at the top and trickles down. And there's been a lot of small-minded thinking for a long, long time. And that's why we get the Bears, they'll be good for a year and then it's mediocre to below for the next 6 or 7 years before we can.
The two things I'm rooting for is Ryan Poles. I think he's legit, right?
Yeah.
Like Paces was an idiot. And I think Caleb is legit. I think like we have some pieces, and Ian Cunningham. I don't know if he's going to be around. Like he'll be a GM somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that he would do. I was, for a long, long time, I'm like, oh, give me the 2 3s in compensation back for Cunningham. But I'm like, keep your 3s. I'd love to keep him around just as long as we can, because I think you go back to the 1920 football drive and not saying that I don't think Ryan Poles is overreactionary, but you see how Ian Cunningham steps in and is essentially just like, hey, just let's pump the brakes here.
Yeah.
Like, should we go up? Should we go up? Should we go up? That's Ryan Poles. It's like, let's just pump the brakes. I just told you we have a 77% probability that Roma Dunze is going to be there. And yeah, so that's the way that it works. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I do think Ian Cunningham is a GM someplace in 2025.
Yeah. Which will get draft picks from that, right?
Yeah, you should get 2 3s, two third rounders, which they're going to need for some offensive linemen, Jim, clearly.
Well, it gets from Justin, 4th round pick, right? And then we get the second from the
Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers too. And then so Justin's got to hit 51% of the snaps for the Steelers, which every snap he takes is a good thing. And it's as long as they're winning and Justin isn't losing it for him and playing well, that's going to be definitely going to be a good sign for us for sure. But yeah, we'll are you going to the game this weekend?
Yeah, every game.
Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed. I wanted the Bears to face. I'm an Alabama guy, as you know, but never was a Bryce Young fan at all. Just was not a believer in his NFL fortunes. But man, first round, number 1 overall pick, and
the worst thing that could happen was Andy Dalton comes in and lights it up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel bad for the kid. I mean, he's a short kid that probably shouldn't have been drafted first. Listen, what we screw these kids up is we draft them first or second.
Yep.
Trubisky should never have been second, right? Like,
no,
that screwed him up. He probably could have been great if he was drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Sure.
Right.
Yep.
And we put these guys way up there and then they're screwed up. And look at Baker now. The guy's lighting it up. Look at Sam Darnold now. Like, you relieve that pressure and all of a sudden they become great.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I was just talking to one of my buddies today about Sam Darnold. He's in such a great position in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell. And what's going to happen next year? He's going to be a free agent after the season. He's going to go someplace that's going to pay him a bunch of money to be the man. He's not going to have Kevin O'Connell anymore. He's not going to have Justin Jefferson anymore because they have their guy in JJ McCarthy in Minnesota, who's going to be the clear starter in 2025.
Yeah, he's going to go to Vegas and get screwed because
exactly, and that's the way that it goes. But Albert Breer was talking about Bryce Young, and he's not even sure that Carolina could get a 3rd round draft pick from a team.
Yeah.
for Bryce Young, and this guy was just drafted
But
number
look at Trey
1
Lance.
overall.
Trey Lance
Yeah.
got a 4th or 5th or something like that.
Yeah, he got more than we got for Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's bonkers. Yeah, the NFL really does stand for not for long. I mean, that's just coaches notwithstanding, but with NFL.
But if you look at
quarterbacks,
these
for sure.
guys, like any of the guys, like who's the guy in Seattle?
Geno Smith.
Oh, yeah, Geno
Smith,
Smith.
or any of these, the retreads, they come back and do well. So we don't give them enough time to build them up. I think
Right.
my guess is you look at these guys and they come back and they're doing much better than their first run.
Yep.
No, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, there's some exceptions, obviously, but it seems like we are too quick to cut the cord.
Well, yeah, and I mean this has been the benefit, and this is where I think where it's Green Bay, where it's worked out so well for them. You have Brett Favre, and you can look at him and say there's still time left, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna draft Aaron Rodgers, even though we still think that Brett can play. They give him all that time to just sit there and learn, and then they turned right around and did the same thing with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. And I don't think Jordan Love's book has been written, but I mean, he's had a lot of pretty amazing moments, obviously as a starting quarterback. But
yeah. But what screws it up is that the rookie contract, right?
Sure.
Like you have that short period, you have to exploit that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, Jim. You look at JJ McCarthy, I honestly think for his long-term stability in the NFL now, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and I know Phil did. I had Caleb Williams as QB1 in this draft, and I had JJ McCarthy as QB2.
Yeah.
We were told that the Chicago Bears had JJ McCarthy as QB2. I think the best thing in the world that could happen for JJ McCarthy is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That they've removed any doubt with his injury that he's not playing this year. I think that that's going to be the best thing in the world for him moving forward. Caleb Williams was never any team that Caleb Williams went to, he was going to start and he was going to play early. Bryce Young never should have started as a rookie.
Right.
Absolutely. But that's the thing. Justin Fields, the Bears' ultimate plan was for him to not see the field his rookie year.
Yeah.
And it lasted, 2 games, 3 games?
Yeah.
Before Andy Dalton got hurt. And it's crazy.
He goes against the Browns in the worst game ever, basically.
Oh, yeah, that was Justin's first career start against Cleveland, 9 sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that there's a lot of leftover trauma from that game. I really do. When you get hit early and often, but yeah, it is what it is. But I know we don't want to keep you too long here, Jim. I know you're always busy. Do you have we do our predictions. Do you want to give a prediction for the game this Sunday?
Well, I'm the ultimate pessimist.
Yeah.
It has the under on every Bears game.
Yeah.
Though, and I always look at I would say Carolina we should beat, but you got Andy Dalton. They lost last week, right? The Carolina did, right?
Panthers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to say it's close, but the Bears win. I think Caleb still.
What's the score? We got to get a score out of you.
Okay, I'm going to say 18-21.
21-18, Bears win.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a Cairo Santos walk-off?
Cairo and a bunch of punts.
We do have a good punter.
Yeah. He's
Special teams player of the week.
Yeah.
What about a bold prediction? Do you have a bold prediction?
I'm going to say Caleb throws for 2 touchdowns and runs 1 in.
So
Well, that's too many scores for my points. But
No, that would give us 21.
No, that'd be on the right on the nose.
Oh, no. Right. Yeah,
Right
you
on
said
the nose.
Gyro was going to be the walk-off. Yeah.
yeah, no walk-off.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2 touchdowns and a run.
Yeah.
That's it. No walk-off.
Jim Larrison, not good at math.
The CFO.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, Jim, we appreciate it. I don't know. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? We can get you
I'm
out of
good.
here.
Thank you very much. I'll send you send me the names and stuff. I'll send the tickets and we'll get all that figured out.
Perfect. We appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
We will be in contact. I'll get you those names as soon as we wrap up here tonight and move forward. Looking forward to seeing you guys next month. That's for sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, Jim. Thanks.
All right,
Bye,
thanks,
Jim.
See you, Jim.
guys.
Oh man, that was it was exciting. I was watching that thing spin around. Did you see Cherie's name on there? I watched your name go around a couple times, Cherie.
I did. I mean, if I would have came up, I would have had him spin again.
Yeah.
Because I'm coming anyway. So
Not you, Bullets. So Bullets, we can recap. The third place winner who wins some TTNL swag was Jack Turner. Then we get into the tickets. Sean Stewart was a winner, and the other one, Michael Feldner. So Sean and Mike are gonna be partying with TTNL, and it's gonna be a ton of fun. Sean Stewart's got to shave his beard and show up with handlebar mustache like Ivan Vargas.
no.
Yep, that's the way we're gonna.
Why are you trying to tell people to go take my style, man? What is this?
No.
You and Stewart, you guys could pass as brothers, couldn't you?
Yeah, but you can't have two brothers with handlebars. That just doesn't look right.
Lukey and Dookie, come on, man! It's gonna be a party if I'm there. You guys can be my bodyguard. There's a lot of people that hate me there. Jesus. Bullets is going to be there. I'm looking forward to meeting that guy too. Bullets is going
this weekend.
No, he's saying he's going to be there this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
Bullets,
Yeah.
you better come through. It's going to be me and Bratcher and Chris.
Bullets is going to be Bullets is setting up a card table at the tailgate. It's selling all of his Justin Fields cards. Dude's got about 400 of them in the past 3 years. I've seen them, and I'm not lying. No, I know Bullets. Bullets doesn't love me enough to show up in November. I see how he is. I see how he is. But anyways, appreciate Jim for offering that up. Obviously, still, Ivan, do you think you could do 22 miles through the Grand Canyon?
If I was like them, if I were trained to, I think.
No. I mean,
right now. Right now.
Saturday, we're going to the Grand Canyon and we're doing 22 miles.
Better be ready to spend $60,000.
You better keep
helicoptering my ass.
You and I are doing.
I know.
If you and I are doing that on Saturday, Ivan, you better keep that handlebar mustache because I'll be fucking holding on and you're dragging my ass through the canyon.
We'd make it 5 miles in and just stop.
Yeah.
Just sit down.
Ivan and I'll be laying on our backs, Ubering a fucking chopper to get us out of there. That shit's funny.
Man.
All right. So, yep. No Phil tonight, unfortunately. He's
sorry, guys.
dealing with some family stuff again. So everybody send some positive thoughts their way. Nothing too serious or anything to be too concerned about. So I don't want to get everybody scared and thinking there's a issue. Usually when somebody gets sick in the house, usually it goes right through the entire house. And when you got kids and a wife that's a teacher, that's usually the way that it happens. But we're at 10:30. We're probably going to wrap up here in a little bit. Let's get into this Panthers game before we get out of here. Cherie, I know you're fired up. Are you going to any game before the Patriots game, Cherie? Or is that the next one you're going to?
Washington.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'll maybe possibly get to see Carrie and because
Me.
Carrie's. Oh yeah, I forgot he's coming with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to a hockey game with Kerry Franklin.
Nice.
Carrie is just all over the place.
He is. Yeah, he heard my son is a Blackhawks fan, and my father was a big hockey fan, so my dad made me a Montreal Canadiens fan way back in the day. So
Loser. No, I'm joking.
I will.
Riley gets so smart.
Well, I'll be honest. I love watching hockey live. I'm into hockey much more live than I am sitting down and getting into it on TV. I've always been that way. I don't know if that sounds crazy to anybody. I did not let my son pick his own teams. I let him pick his own hockey team. And beyond that, everything was on. Like, nope. His mother's like, that you can't do that. You got to let him. That don't work that way. Fuck that. Nope. I put in a lot of years of work. My kids, my daughter, you ask my daughter, who's your favorite team? Chicago Bears.
Aww.
She probably can't name a single player on the team, but she knows who her favorite team is. But
she'll get there.
That's just a dad's right. I'm sure, Ivan, your son isn't settling for your wife's favorite team, right?
No. He doesn't have a choice.
Exactly.
But also, like, I'm forcing it upon him. Like, there's subliminal things going on. Just putting fat heads in his room, just stuff like that. My daughter's the Packer fan. I let her decide.
Oh gosh,
Right.
we lost her.
I'm not gonna. I think his name Jan, or is it Jan? I'm gonna call him Jan. Jan Heyman. Jan, if you have a Twitter account, hit me up at Wazram on Twitter, and I will hook you up with a guy that will get you that for your. I mean, you'll have to pay him. It's not
free,
expensive, but I have a hookup for that. If you hit me up at Wazram on Twitter, and I will put you in contact with Mike Schaefer, and he will get that to you. I've got some faceplates, nameplates for my son's jerseys, and his Justin Fields jersey is now a Jalen Johnson jersey. So yeah, hit me up, man, and we'll. What did he say? Yes,
Twitter.
Yeah, at Wazram. It's just let me see. Is it in my thing on here if we bring it up? Our display names, are they up there?
They're not up there now.
Here, let me.
There you go.
Yeah, there they are. At Wazram, right there underneath my name. The at sign, and then it's my last name backwards in case anybody didn't know. But yeah, hit me up and we'll get you in contact with Mike. But Cherie, Bears versus Panthers.
Wait, do we have any super chats before we get into the?
Oh yes, let's
go through those.
Let's run through those. All right, bring it up here. Trevor, is it Lamarche or Lamarche? He doesn't have the little accent they do.
I'm gonna go with Lamarche because I just want.
Yeah, Lamarche sounds fun. $2. Y'all worried about Montez Sweat's production? Nope. I think probably what you're concerned with is his sack numbers, and I know he's banged up. He's banged up actually both ankles. I think he was on the injury report for his ankle, but even with it, I'm not worried about Montez Sweat. Ivan, are you worried about Montez Sweat? I'm not either. I'm not there. So again, there's a lot more to production than sack numbers.
Yes.
For sure. Yep. Absolutely. Our guy Chris Brown, $5. Literally, all they have to do is play their best players. More Adunze, Komet, Swift, Roshan, repeat. Fundamental football, Chris. I agree, man. Our guy Mo is back. I'm not impressed with Swift without that big play. He averaged 3.8 per carry. Stats don't tell the whole truth. Yeah, it is, man. I think it's a culmination of a lot of nonsense. DeAndre Swift has to be better in maintaining his feet. I think he's struggled with that throughout his NFL career. That's been something that has made a lot of people drive them nuts. I think if you go back, and I think we showed you on tape, if you go back to the game that I was at in Buffalo, I'm not quite sure what he was reading, but Ivan, on that screen pass that Caleb dumped off to him in Buffalo, if he stays outside, that's a house call.
Yeah.
He cut in and actually tripped himself on that, and you've seen him do that a lot. But let's not forget that momentum and a little bit of confidence goes a long, long way. And I don't care what anybody says. That run, his touchdown run, that shit was impressive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of all the times for him to keep his feet, he did it there. So has been a disappointment up to this point, Mo, overall, big picture. But I think if Waldron can figure shit out, they deploy him the way that they should be using him, as a weapon and not solely as a featured running back. I think that that's going to be better for the Bears, better for Caleb Williams, and definitely better for DeAndre Swift. Oh, Mo was back. Deep accuracy doesn't scare you. No, he's been off. I think early. I think a lot of it was that everything was sped up. There was the one deep shot to Rome this past week that he missed. But if you go back and watch that, how there wasn't a penalty on that. Rome was clearly held on the one, and Caleb's got to be better on the throws too. He's missed his fair share. I don't know why it's just not a concern to me. I think he hits one or two of them, Ivan, and I think that it's not an arm strength issue. It's just he's got to I think he's just got to slow down just a little bit, and things will get there. It's not, Ivan, are you concerned at all with his deep ball?
No. The only thing I'm really concerned with is them forcing him to throw when we have players and that can run and help him out.
Right, and I think you saw the growth there he checked down a lot.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them where Odunze is open for a chunk play, and he chose to check down.
Yeah.
But,
no, I like it. I like where he's at right now. I don't have any type of drastic concerns whatsoever.
Yep. Steve W, $1.99. Patron Steve says Caleb Williams showed amazing growth. Yeah, we talked about it, man. Totally agree with you there. Our guy Chubbs is back. What's up, Chubbs? We better get better at staying in the gaps against the run, or we're going to get stomped against some of these running teams coming up. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Chuba Hubbard has been playing. I think he went over 100 yards this last game. Maybe it's 2 games in a row he has. But yeah, man, if you don't maintain your gaps in the scheme that the Bears run, it's bad news for everybody. So you're spot on there, Chubbs. Totally agree. Chubbs is back again. Our defensive tackle from last year, I think he's talking about Javon Dexter, has progressed. And our right tackle, I agree, man. Darnell Wright has been a disappointment. I think Darnell Wright is out of shape. The back injury they're saying that he's been dealing with for a while, so I guess that will buy him a little bit. But to this point, Ivan, I think that was today or yesterday, you texted me about the illegal formation and then the smirk on the face. And it maybe it's not a huge thing, but man, it rubbed me the wrong fucking way, because that wiped out a big. I don't love the call. I'll be honest, but still take a little bit of goddamn pride, and I don't need to see a fucking shit-eating grin on your face like, oh well, I fucked up. No, go out there, take your craft serious, get your ass into shape, and go out there and fucking dominate like you were drafted to dominate. Top 10 draft pick, and I agree with Chubbs. He has regressed, and again, that is on your coaching staff, and number one, that's on Ryan Poles. He's the guy. That was your first round draft pick, top 10, Darnell Wright. On tape, you saw a fucking killer in college at moments. I haven't seen that, and it's been pretty rare in the NFL, especially this year. So Darnell's got to step the fuck up big time to live up to his billing. Oh, Chubbs, man. Chubbs is back again. We better stomp their butts or I'm selling my tickets for Green Bay. I refuse to go to another Green Bay game just to watch us get wiped. I get it, man. It's time. It's time. And doesn't the Bears, if they were to beat Green Bay, doesn't that just feel like a hurdle that they just need to get over? And they, it's like the Bulls finally saying fuck you to the Pistons. It's like, it'd be like Notre Dame actually winning a big game, just a big hurdle like that.
I heard having a quarterback is a huge part of doing that, Shane. They tell me that's
I was told Riley Leonard was gonna fucking do it. I mean, granted he can't pass football. Granted he can't pass, kind of important.
I'm glad we got a big running back back there. I'm glad we got a third running back.
Granted, he's the same guy that he was at Duke, but it's fine. It's fine. Navy by 40.
You know what?
They're playing good, Navy, man.
I refuse to get mad because they are playing well. And Navy, if Navy beats Notre Dame, they deserve to beat Notre Dame because fuck. It can't get any worse than right now.
Hey, if Northern Illinois can beat them, right? God. At home. Ivan, this motherfucker texts me when fucking Alabama was up, and I just texted him back. I didn't say shit. I texted him back, just nope. We ain't talking about this. I've known this team way too fucking long. And Ivan, was I wrong?
No, you were not.
I fucking sat here with my son, and when you are up, it's fucking joy. I am not a Kirby Smart fan, but at the end of the day, it's also Georgia. Yeah. They're pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And Alabama, I still feel is an overrated team. They were playing above their head. But when you have a big ass lead and your head coach, who is an offensive quote unquote guru, supposedly, and you continually are snapping the fucking football with 22 seconds left, that's just dumb fucking coaching. And they were doing it over. They're like, fuck it. Let's do a double pass fucking reverse. They were playing dumb fucking football, and it almost fucking cost them. If they didn't have a fucking prodigy in Ryan Williams, 17 years old,
that guy is amazing.
They would have blown it. But
imagine if you guys had a quarterback.
Oh, hey, listen, I am not Jalen. Well, you would take him in Notre Dame. That's for goddamn sure.
I would definitely take his ass at Notre Dame.
Oh, I am not put it this way. You need a quarterback this year in the NFL draft. Have a load of fucking fun. That's all I'm going to say. I am not a Jalen Milroe fan. He's a fun guy to watch in college. That shit ain't happening in the NFL. I'll tell you that. No fucking way. But yep, Vargas tried to put that fucking curse on me.
I was trying to put the voodoo on. So yeah, let's get to this. Let's get to these
corn planter.
Oh wait.
I hope Butt Fumble never commentates another Bears game. Yeah, I like Sanchez overall, but that shit gets annoying. I mean, talking about the last play of the game, he's trying to put it on Darrell Taylor. Oh my God, he speared him in the face mask. No, it
was way less than what he said. Like way
yeah, you would have. Yeah, he was trying to get him for attempted murder. I don't know, Sherry. Do you want to read this guy's name? Gerbon.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Maybe he's just maybe he's a Javon Dexter fan. He's just a bad speller. $5. Gerbon, what's the best record the Bears can end with and still get Eberflus Waldron fired? That's the record I want. I don't know. I just think it's got to come down to progress. I think they have to be I think they have to be in striking distance of the playoffs, and I think it's going to come down to more so than anything. If you see Caleb Williams plateau and it's something that you're concerned about, then you have to hit the ejection button, because you're only going to go as far as your quarterback. And if you don't think that Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron are the best guys for him moving forward, as bad as it is to pull the plug on everything a year into a rookie quarterback's development, you got to have the right guy in place.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that'll wrap it up for our super chats. Who is number 6 right now? I don't.
Kyler Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, he was asking on the team. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, maybe it was, but this is from a while ago. I don't know. Maybe it was. Did I refer to top 5 or something? I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, Cherie, we are now back to you. Has the food order been put in?
I just went and got a sandwich. Jesus.
What kind of sandwich?
It was turkey.
Turkey? What kind of bread?
I do the Martin's potato wheat bread. I like the potato bread. So
No white bread, huh?
No. Brown bread here.
Now what I heard, Cherie.
Oh my God.
The United Nations, Cherie. Come on.
I know.
Potato bread. I don't think I've had potato bread in a long time, actually. But
It's
anyway.
really good.
Yeah?
Anyway. Okay. So I've kind of already hinted to it. What'd you say, Shay?
I said so is brown bread, so I've heard. But anyway.
So I've already hinted to it. Yes, I do predict the Bears to beat the Panthers. My score is Jim kind of took my score, but I'm gonna stick with
HL thinks we're actually talking about bread. Gotta watch those carbs, HL.
Unless you make it yourself, guys.
Bitch, get in the oven.
Oh my God.
All right.
You guys are terrible.
That's funny.
Score 2017 Bears. My bold prediction is, since everybody is so worried about Montez Sweat production, I am going to say Montez Sweat is going to get a sack and a forced fumble.
Nice. Just like last week.
Oh, that's what he got?
Yeah, he was the one that caused the fumble that put us where, I don't know, what was it?
Okay. Well, no,
18-yard line, or it was right around there.
Mm-hmm. Then that's not that bold if it just happened. Okay.
Yeah, Cherie, what the see? What you get.
God damn. Okay, I wanted to do a defensive bold prediction. Who else?
Here's bold. You want to go with Tremaine Edmonds not sucking? That's probably
yeah. Since Tremaine Edmonds is such a terrible middle linebacker, I'm gonna say he gets 2 sacks.
Ooh, that would be bold. Yeah, they don't usually blitz him too much, but yeah, no, we'll take it. We'll take it. So you're 20-17. How does that? Are we winning in walk-off style from Cairo, or
Cairo gonna win it for us?
Bullets is gonna be nervous as a motherfucker if we got to rely on Cairo.
Actually, I want Torrey to win it for us.
Yeah. I know whenever Cairo misses a fucking field goal, as soon as my fucking phone goes off, it's gonna be goddamn Bullets texting me.
Speak of the devil.
Bullets not a Cairo. Bullets doesn't like Cairo over 50 yards or over 55, I think it is. Oh, yeah. So Sean, hit me up. Like I said, you can hit me up on Twitter @Wazram and I'll hook you up with Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going in the Wayback Machine, pulling the cutty out of mothballs. Bolton Spain, $4.99. I think we can have a good record, and he still could lose his job if we don't see a lot more progress. No, I agree. I think that the Bears could contend for the playoffs. I think if they make the playoffs, that seems very un-Chicago Bear-like, but I think a lot of it's going to come down to quarterback, where you are on that journey. And again, like I said, we were kind of told by some people that we trust that Kevin Warren was not a Matt Eberflus fan to keep around, but he believes in Ryan Poles enough, so he let Ryan Poles have his guy another year. So we'll see if that's true and what's going on. But like I said, if they're not happy with it, it might not even be a Ryan Poles decision. So we'll see. That brings up you, Ivan Vargas.
I am going to pick the Panthers. No, I'm not going to pick the Panthers. It's going to be the Bears. And I said I wasn't going to get over, my toes a little bit with these predictions, but I think the Bears will handle them. I'm gonna say the Bears score 30 points. I'm gonna say the Bears score 30 points this game. I'm gonna go 33 to the Panthers 17.
That's the bold prediction, yeah.
33-17. I feel like that's the next step. You know what I'm saying? Hitting on these deep balls, taking advantage of the run game, taking advantage of play action, the defense putting us in position, along with special teams. And so I just feel like this team, the storyline, this is the time where you should take that next step, especially with how the Panthers are assembled as of right now. Have they been playing better? Yeah, but they're still not a team that you should be terrified of. This team you should be able to handle. This team you should be able to bully. 30-17. 33-17.
Bold prediction. Bratcher will make an appearance on BHL.
That is probably going to happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he better not show up with that fucking Kmart jersey. That's all I'm
Oh my
say.
God. They getting so much shit on that jersey.
No.
No, he's got a new woman.
Yeah.
New
woman, new jersey.
We replaced that other way. This chick shops at Target, so he got himself a Target jersey. Yeah.
Bold prediction, Caleb throws over 300 yards.
Yeah, so Zach, Caleb Williams has improved, but no one would say he's looked great. Jaden Daniels or Nix have looked just as good or better. You called people frauds for considering other quarterbacks in this draft and gaining premium picks. Well, Zach, since you're clearly a genius, and I know you like to do this every week and try to get me fired up, and it works most of the time because I think that's just what you do. Probably run back to other places and talk about it, but that's fine. Bo Nix has looked better. Might want to actually watch a game. I don't know if you believe on that. Jaden Daniels has looked good. Please, though, I'm sure you have the ability. Go back and you find one time that I called people frauds on these airwaves. Just once. Send it to me. I think you probably even have my number, or have Aldo record it. He'll do it for you. I'm sure. That's fine. I never called anybody a fraud about Jaden Daniels. I disagreed with them. Not sure what you're talking about. Bo Nix has looked as good or better. What, 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions? And I've watched every snap of Bo Nix so far. Not sure you're going to find too many guys that agree with that, but that's fine. It's cool, but whatever. So beyond that, I'm going to go to my prediction for the game. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears 27, the Carolina Panthers 13. I think we're going to see a nice, strong defensive performance from the Bears. I think they have the ability, to, I don't think Andy Dalton. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Oh, you like You like Jaden Daniels, you're a fraud. It's not even my fucking style. Yeah, I'll call somebody's mother or grandmother a cunt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Ben's
Is
right.
definitely down up Shane's alley.
But yeah, so 27-13. I think that the Bears get after Andy Dalton a little bit. I don't think he's the passer of the football that Matthew Stafford is. The deep ends always do worry me. I know Jim said that he never gets nervous when the Bears defense, back in the day was on the field, or now, and he doesn't with the offense. I like when it's 3rd and short, I get nervous as a motherfucker right now. When it's 3rd and 1, I even get more nervous. I don't think it has to do with the quarterback. I don't think it has to do with the offensive line. It's the play call that I'm concerned with, and then I go to the offensive line, and then maybe the quarterback after that in that order. But yeah, 3rd and shorts, I don't like, especially like 3rd and 1s is what drive me nuts. But I think we are going to see another Gervon Dexter sack. I don't think that's my bold prediction, but I am going to say that Caleb Williams continues his ascension. I think we see 2 touchdown passes from Caleb. My bold prediction is going to be we see a pick 6. And Sheree, do you have any idea who it's going to be?
Pick 6. You're gonna go Brisker?
Nope.
Oh.
Not Brisker. No.
Gervon Dexter.
That would be pretty fucking
wild.
bold.
That'd be wild.
But no. I think Gervon Dexter is going to be involved in it. I think we are going to see a pass get tipped. And I think Kyler Gordon, Mr. Spider-Man, is going to flip into the end zone and house one. I really do. So that's my bold prediction. 27-13 Chicago. What do you think about that, Sheree?
So I'm the only one picking a close game.
Yeah.
That's what y'all saying. Well, Jim picked the close game too, so.
Yeah, that's right.
He did. Cars Keys is every Thursday, 8 p.m. Yes, every week. Keeping it 100 every week at 8:30. Wednesday nights, followed up by Cars Keys, 8 p.m. East on Thursdays. And I know Cars is all fired up and ready to go. It's good. It's due. Good call, Shane. That's right. Let's go. I'm fired up. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Our guy is back. Gervon. If the Panthers end up winning like 42-6, it will be a bloodbath in Chicago.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, that's real.
Yeah. I don't think that that's going to happen. But anyways, do we want to do a poll? I mean, how many people think Bo Nix has been better than Caleb Williams?
Leave it alone, Shane.
It's good. I just think it's nonsense when people do dumb shit every week. That's fine. I'm sure Zach's a good dude. I used to talk to Zach a lot, but it's amateur hour at its finest.
I'm not smart.
Well, no. Yeah. It's just being a clown. It's fine. It's all good. Anyways. Well, I think we're going to get out of here. Minus 13 yards passing. Yeah, but he's been good, man. That's cool. Anyways, love everybody for showing up. Click the like button. Ivan, we gotta you're not gonna be doing the pregame because you're gonna be at the fucking game.
Well,
right?
So here's how we're gonna do it. Friday I'll be on for another Bear show. Sunday, Big Steve hasn't decided whether he's gonna be at the game or not, because then we'll all be at the game, and me and him will definitely do something there. If not, and he stays home, Steve's going to run the show. I'll be popping in off my
Okay.
my phone, so there could be something. But just let me talk to Steve tomorrow. We'll have everything settled.
Yeah, just do that and then text me and let me know, because that is not scheduled yet,
Okay.
obviously. So I'll get that part taken care of. And
Yes, sir.
I guess we can make an announcement here, Ivan, maybe about next week. I know.
Yeah. So me and
may not involve one part of the TTNL crew, but I guess I'll be there and talk about it. I haven't talked to the other guy we talked about yet.
Right.
Set that up, but either way, so yeah, we're gonna do a TTNL watch party for the London game. So everybody get their coffee brewed, and obviously we cannot show the game live on here, but the way that works, if you're not familiar with a TTNL watch party, we essentially watch it together in our own way. I'm gonna watch on my TV, and you will see me reacting live. You'll see Ivan reacting live. Cherie, you are more than welcome to pop in if you would like.
Oh wait, that's London. That's early, right?
That's the way that works, Cherie. So that would be a 9:30 East.
9:30 in the morning.
9:30 East. You can put that potato bread in a fucking toaster.
Yeah.
Fucking eat it for breakfast during the game, Cherie. But Big Steve will be there. I don't know. We haven't gotten a commitment from Philip Atoshin yet, so we'll be waiting on that. But Phil actually has a night game that weekend, Saturday night game, so we'll see. But yeah, there might be some other people popping in. Like I said, Cherie, you have open door invite. You can bring on the waiter if you want to. He or she, whoever it is, Cherie, we are not going to judge here at TTNL. They can come on. But yeah, you can wear whatever you want, Corn Planner. There is no dress code. Yep. Wear whatever you want, because
It just has to be blue and orange.
Right. We will not be able to see you. That's you wear whatever you want. But we're gonna TTNL watch party, at least with Ivan, Big Steve, and myself. Hopefully Cherie shows up. There may be some other surprise guests. 9th. Are you an early riser on Sundays, Cherie, or no?
No.
What time do you normally get out of bed on a Sunday morning?
I mean, I don't know. Is 9 considered early? 9, 10? That's normally when I wake up.
I can't remember the last time I slept in. Well, that Cherie just told the world she doesn't have kids if she's talking about 9 and 10 o'clock. God damn.
But just full disclosure, that's me during the week too. Which is partly why I'm working so late, because I get on the computer late. So
yeah, my daughter would not let that fucking happen. I'll tell you that.
Yes,
nope.
That's the benefit of not having kids.
Yep. 9:30 a.m. East kickoff, though, I believe is the correct time, right, Ivan? Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
So 8:30 Central.
8:30 Central. That's what I'm getting over here.
I will be drinking coffee on that one.
I will have coffee and Bailey's.
There you go.
Tea.
Perfect.
Since we're doing the London game, you have to be drinking tea.
Nope.
Well, tea and whiskey. That's tea and whiskey sounds good, huh?
All right. Oh yeah, I could do a hottie toddy. Okay.
Look at Jeremiah showing off. 9 is really early. He's either got old kids that are out of the house, or he's a bachelor, and I'm fucking jealous. But yeah, we'll see. But anyways, let's get out of here. Love you guys. We will see you tomorrow night on Cars Keys. Got a little pre-show. Phil, I think, have you talked to him? Is he going?
I spoke with Phil earlier, but I mean, I would imagine he'd go tomorrow.
Normally the plan is for him to go tomorrow live with TTNL patrons with the All 22. If something changes, we will let everybody know, obviously. But Sunday pregame, halftime show with the patrons, and then BHL, the DDP rant. Hopefully it's not 42-6 and we witness a aneurysm live on air. But anyways, talk to you guys later. Cherie, do you have any way do you want us to go out? Should we go out with an oldie but a goodie, you think? Sure. Or just get the fuck out of here?
Get the hell out.
Oh, Cherie. All right, let's get out of here.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
I know I will.